Guys, so we have some announcements that we need to get through today. The first thing is we sent out some stuff about letter jackets. Pretty much applies to everyone except for the freshmen. So if you haven't had a chance to look at that form, I need that form today because I have to have everybody's names and phone numbers turned in and what their awards will be by Wednesday. So if we could get that done. I also sent out an officer form. If you're an officer, I need you to fill that out. I'm having a hard time finding everybody's email addresses and phone numbers and all that kind of stuff. Both of those forms are on my teacher website. The next form is a student information form. It's just kind of generic, first name, last name, what instrument do you play, when's your birthday, email address, that kind of stuff. That's for everybody. So if you're a freshman, if you're a senior, it doesn't really matter. Everybody needs to fill that form out for me, and that'll help us stay in contact a little bit better than what we normally have since we're online. The next couple things I want to talk about are things that I need for you to have in your room or in your learning space before Monday. So your learning space, it's kind of hard to tell here, but I've kind of set up in the orchestra room. Those of you that know the room well, you know that I'm facing the front of the room. The projector and the screen will be up there. That way I can watch you guys and your posture and that kind of stuff as we're playing along. And then hopefully I can demonstrate and you guys can see it as we're going. So I've set up my space where I have tons of room to play, whether I'm going to play violin, viola, cello, or bass. I need you to do the same thing. Set up your room, whether it's in a kitchen or a dining room, your bedroom. Make sure that in your educational space you have enough room to play your instruments. Inside of that space, you need to have a music stand, whether a metal music stand like what we have here at school or one of those cheap folding stands. I do have a handful of folding stands that we can check out that you can borrow from us. They're not the best music stands, but they're better than nothing. When we go and we're doing our virtual classes these first few weeks, I need to make sure that when I check on you in our Zoom meetings, you don't have your music on a pillow on your bed or have your music propped open in your violin case. Everybody's going to need to have a music stand of some kind. Typically, the best music stands are the cheapest ones. They're $10, $12, those little silver chrome ones. And that'll be kind of how we're going to handle our music stands. The other things are the apps that you need. You need a tuner app and you need a metronome app. Sometimes when we call on you when you're going to play individually for us on Zoom, I'm going to need to hear the metronome going in the background to make sure that we're all doing what we're supposed to do. I think the older kids, you all know that the app that I love and hold dear to my heart is called Tonal Energy. Tonal Energy costs $4. I think it's $3 if you're an Android and $4 for the Apple guys. So that app has all your tuning stuff on it. It has a tuning wheel. It shows the strings. It also has the metronome, and the metronome will do any subdivisions that any other metronome would do, even the McAdams that we use here in class. If you don't want to do the $3 or $4 purchase, no big deal. Make sure you have some type of app, whether hopefully if you're not going to do the $4 one, then you'll opt for a free one. The only app that you should pay for would be Tonal Energy. Don't buy any other type of app. But if that's not going to happen right now, no big deal. Just find a free tuner and a free metronome app because you will have to have both of those apps to have class time. All right, and then the last part is the kind of like the paperwork side of things. We have had to update everything. So all of the Remind classes have been updated and changed. The Flipgrid classes have been updated and changed. Your Smart Music classes have been changed. And this time around, we're going to have individual Google Classrooms. Last year, we had one big Google Classroom, and everybody had the same stuff. This year, it's a little bit different. So each class period has their own Google Classroom. You won't be mixed in together, so your assignments won't always be the same. Sometimes the expectations of those assignments will be a little bit different. So if you're sitting at home and you're bored and you're like, hey, I wonder what I should be doing. Well, look for the Tonal Energy app. Go to my teacher website. There's lots of information there. Check out the website. Update your Remind class. So you're going to get current text messages. Update your Flipgrid class. If you haven't used Flipgrid, if you're a freshman listening to this, Flipgrid's a very cool app. It's essentially an easy way for you to send me a video recording. Smart Music is a little bit more complicated. A lot of people don't like it. I know. But you don't like it because of the metronome. And we're gonna get better at having that metronome. And then the new Google Classroom classes, I think we're all pretty much used to those. And if your schedule changes later on, then you just delete what you have and you'll enter a new classroom. But these are some things that you can do to make sure that your first day in the Churchill Orchestra is very successful. And yeah, we're going to play on that first day. Who knows what it's going to sound like, but we got to get playing. I need the music. Guys, we miss you, and we're excited to get started. If you have any questions, send Mr. Thibodeau an email, and we'll try to get you going. Oh, I almost forgot. Some of you will see on Friday. On Friday, we're doing instruments. Mainly, this is for the freshmen. Friday from 3 to 5 o'clock, we're going to issue instruments in the parking lot closest to the orchestra room. That is also known as the marching band lot. So make sure that you fill out the form for that so that Mr. Norton has your instrument ready to go. You will not be allowed to exit your car, so Mr. Norton will have to bring out your instrument to you, have a little bit of paperwork for you to sign, then you'll give it back to Mr. Norton. Also Friday from 3 to 5 o'clock, if you're one of those kids that needs to borrow a folding stand from the Churchill Orchestra, that'll be your time to come pick up your folding stand as well. Again, you can't get out your car. And it'll kind of be first come, first serve. I'm not too sure how many we have. But we can offer that for you guys. All right, there. I tried not to forget stuff. So we'll see you on Monday. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, guys. We look forward to seeing you.